Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Sean Dex and I welcome you back to the Mango Grove for your daily Bitcoin analysis video. This one's going to be a more casual video, hopefully a quicker video, because I do have some administrative tasks to get to today. So what do we have over here, guys? Bitcoin on the weekly, and we are just following our plan over here. Bitcoin seeing a nice little bounce over here. Let's turn on the mango ribbon. Nothing unexpected, nothing at all. Bouncing off the 10 over here, coming, testing the 21 on that first test, seeing a slight pullback on the low time frames, and then going ahead and testing the 10 SMA. Precisely what we talked about on yesterday's video, right? By the way, guys, if you're just tuning in to the Mango Grove, please go ahead and check out our last couple of videos. In fact, check out our last few videos where basically we outline our plan for this entire move, right? We had taken profits initially at around 10,300, but stayed in our trend trade that was all the way from around 7,700 all the way to the top, took profits at 10,300, then got out of the trade around 9,900, 10,000-ish. Why? Because we lost the daily uptrend, right? As soon as we lost the daily uptrend and a few other factors, we were like, all right, that's it. And we saw that pullback, waiting very, very patiently for this move down to this zone over here. We had a blue box territory outlined. Let's go ahead to Bitstamp. I do believe it was outlined in Bitstamp. Yep, this blue box territory right over here, coming right into it. We took a trade off this, right? And we decided, we had a hypothesis for that week. We were looking for a bounce. We got a slight bounce, but not the bounce we were looking for. So because of those reasons, we decided, hey, you know what? We are going to be sticking to our thesis, and even though we are in profits, we will be scaling out of the trade and then reassessing as things progress. And I do want to confirm that I am still sticking to the plan. Nothing has changed. Yes, my trade is in profits, but my thesis isn't as strong as it was before. And you guys know I like doing it the mango way, the stress-free way. So I'll be waiting patiently for that next big trade. And hey, we may not have to wait too long, actually. Just another 5 days perhaps. But hey, we will be talking about my thoughts on that in a bit. Let's go ahead and talk about what I'm doing right now. Essentially, what I am doing right now, what I talked about doing in yesterday's video. I took profits off the weekly 21 EMA when we came there initially, and then I took some more profits off the 10 SMA right when we came over there, and you can see that we are seeing some resistance right at that spot, right at that wick. Can trading be that easy? Yes, actually it can, as long as you let it be easy, as long as you are patient, you lay out a plan and you follow your plan. Things usually it's people getting in their own way, guys. That's what makes trading difficult. 99% of traders lose because they lose to themselves, not because they don't have an tradable edge. A lot of people do have an edge. How well can you execute that edge is what will decide whether you become a good trader or not. So as you can see, we stuck to a plan, took some more profits over here, but I am actually looking to hold on to as much of my position as I can as the trade develops. Going on over to the 4 hour here, I do want to show you guys that, let's get this into equilibrium. Okay, so you see this rejection right on the top over here, guys. This didn't come out of just nowhere. This was actually the weekly 21 EMA, right? So the weekly 21, the weekly 21 and 10 SMA in the zone over here. The 10 SMA was right over here on the weekly 8,900-ish. And we saw the rejection and coming down where? Onto the 4 hour 21 and 10 SMA. Now this again is a classic bounce area, but because it is a 4 hour time frame, you will get a much smaller bounce. And I did position a little bit more over here, not as much as I took out. I'm not trying to get cute and reposition the entire thing over here, just a little bit more in case we do see a bounce, and then again I'll take a little bit more profits. Perhaps I will shoot for the Kijun in this time around for the position I bought over here, but now I'm pretty much in a stress-free position. I am being calm. I am just scaling out slowly as we go. Something drastic needs to happen for me to turn this into a losing trade, and something needs to, on the flip side, however, I may end up missing out on a huge opportunity if Bitcoin just bounces and keeps going on and on and on and on, right? Because I have taken out a chunk of my position around here, and we had an average position size of around 8,470-ish, I do believe, after trading this blue box over here on Bitstamp, right? Let's go ahead and pull out Bitstamp, and we're talking about this entire blue box. In fact, hey, guess what, guys? This wedge that we were looking at did play out. We met the measured move off the wedge too, right over here at the top of the wedge, lining up with the weekly 21. Trading can be so beautiful sometimes, right? Everything just lines up so beautifully. So yeah, breaking on over to the top side, breaking over our blue box, but not closing the weekly above that, right? So we're not too excited just yet. If the week closes above this blue box, that's when I get excited, guys, and that's what I do want to talk about now. Let's go on back over to our cleaner chart over here, turn off our horizontals, and switch on over to our weekly. So when do I get excited about this trade again? If we can close the week over here, guys, this week that is closing in 5 days, so we have to be patient. If we close the week back over the 21 EMA, then I'll be looking to reposition for a trade towards the upside. I'll be pretty much taking on the same trade. Over here, Bitcoin isn't looking too bad at all. We are playing the zone over here. Yes, we close within the zone, but it's not a death sentence. Yes, we close underneath the 21 EMA, but again, that is not a death sentence yet either, because our thesis was this Tenkin Kijun and the 21, not just the 21. Is it the best look that we lost the 21? No, it's not the best look. Is it the best look that we're seeing resistance against the 10 SMA right now? No, it's not the best look, but it is not the worst look either. It is more of a neutral look right now, because Bitcoin may bounce over here and I'm perfectly willing to buy back a little higher. Now you can see the 21 EMA coming in right over there around 8,745. Let's go ahead and turn off the mango ribbon for now. And what I do want to do is turn on my horizontals. And these are the horizontals on the weekly time frame that I will be playing off. And this horizontal that we have over here on the weekly time frame is something that I will be keeping an eye on. At 8,744, you can see it was resistance over here, and this is pretty much where we saw some resistance in this zone right over here. Let me go ahead and highlight it for you guys over here, right? And it was only when we broke this over there we had that drive to the downside. So that's going to be an important line for me. It lines up very well with that weekly 21 EMA as well. Like you know, as you know though, I am putting more preference on that entire zone. I'm looking for Bitcoin to close over the weekly 21 EMA as well as the Tenkin, and hopefully above the 10 SMA as well. If we close above the weekly 21 EMA though, I will be looking to perhaps start trying for a trade. The bullish case will be if we close above both the 21 EMA as well as the 10 SMA, okay? So we still have 5 days before that may pan out. If that does pan out, I'll be looking for a move all the way up over here to, hey, 9,500. That would be my next target. Closing above there, then again, we'll be looking towards the 10,400. Hey, perhaps even 10,600 this time. And in that case, what would it mean? It would mean that my thesis of, hey, the weekly putting in a higher low over here was correct, and I ended up being wrong about being wrong, right? You guys know about that scenario, right? Happened to me somewhere around here as well, and I was perfectly fine about buying back a little higher on this move towards the upside. Was it over? Yep, exactly around here. I was wrong about being wrong. Fine about getting back in a little higher. You should not allow your missed opportunity, quote unquote, prevent you from buying back a little higher, guys. Sometimes it's going to happen, but you want to protect yourself from losing, and it's completely fine to buy back with more confidence. You're paying for that confidence when you buy back higher. That's a good way to look at it, okay? So what am I looking for again? A close above this horizontal line over here, 8,700. A really good close would be above 8,960. In that case, I'll look for a wick onto 8,742. Look to buy that, be a buyer over there, and look for a move all the way up to 9,500. Now, I am still long over here, but I am not keen on being long. I'm being very vigilant. My position is nowhere as close as it was at around the 8,470 region when we were there, when we came, and I got filled completely. I don't have the same confidence. I'm waiting for this week to pan out. If we close this week underneath the weekly 21 EMA, I do think that we may make our way all the way down to 7,700 and 7,700 to 7,600 zone, somewhere around here. I do think we may make our way down there if we close underneath the weekly 21 EMA, okay? So keep an eye on that as well. The Tenkin is over there as support. The clear trade, however, would be if we close underneath the Tenkin as well. Okay, so that's on the weekly time frame. I do want to talk about a few things on the daily, guys. The daily is not looking bad at all. You know how it was looking a little bit shaky over here, but the bears weren't seeing the follow through. The bears weren't seeing the follow through. And what do you know, guys? Because the bears couldn't see that follow through, we had the bounce up, closing above the horizontal, closing above the Kijun, closing above the daily 200 moving average. Now the Kijun has come up a little bit over here, shooting a little bit up, showing to be resistance, right? This is why I love the Ichimoku so much. This is why I love the mango ribbon so much. Again, guys, the mango ribbon is completely free, and just shoot me a PM and you will receive access to it. It's the Mango Vine that is not free, and that's where people get confused. The Mango Ribbon, guys, is yours to have. Just PM me or PM Krisha, preferably Krisha, because I do get overwhelmed with the amount of PMs I get. Speaking of the Mango Vine, actually, I do want to talk about how the Mango Vine on the 12 hour and the daily calling the move yet again. And hey, we did take profits based off this. Let's start with the 12 hour. We did take profits based off this. We accumulated again. I did not want to mention this out of respect for the people who have paid for the Vine, right? I don't want to like take away their edge. Out of respect for them, that's one of the bigger reasons why I was accumulating a position over here on the 12 hour as well as on the daily Vine. We were essentially showing signals over here, and I was buying, had the bounce. Now we may see this go all the way to the upside, but remember, guys, number one, I'm still in the trade, so if we do see the bounce, I'll be happy. I'll be taking profits over here next around 9,500ish. The 4 hour Kijun 9,302. I'll be scaling on my trade. Remember, I am playing my trade on the weekly. Even me, I am not using the Mango Vine in isolation, even though it has been so good, right? Yet again, calling this area over here already a nice $400 to $500 move, right? Let's go ahead and see what was that. A nice $527 move to the upside, and there's more to be had on this. Yeah, well, the 12 hour definitely has a little bit more to be had on this. The daily, however, guys, the daily is what we were looking at, right? Accumulating this entire zone over here. Does this actually have that big bounce? But remember, guys, this is the daily Vine over here, so we don't need to be too rushy on this. We did get our initial position at around 8,400ish, so we can wait. We can keep what we do have over the trade left. At least for me, you guys may have your entire trade left on the table, in which case, great for you. And just wait for this to pan out and accumulate the position as long as this is showing us the signs, right? This may show us the signs all the way leading to next week. And if things line up where the weekly is showing me what I want to see and the daily Vine is showing me what I want to see, this is gonna end up being beautiful. And hey, as you can see, the daily has a lot more juice in it if this does pan out. The 12 hour looking good, looking strong, and the daily is also looking strong now. Actually, let's go ahead and switch on over to 12 hour Ichimoku. We were looking for something yesterday, right? We were looking for something. What was it, guys? Do you guys remember? Let's go ahead and see if it did pan out. The Ichimoku needs to load though. Well, okay, we were looking for the Ichimoku cloud for basically price to pop. Oh man, oh, it is so gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. I'm just looking at this for the first time today. And what were we talking about yesterday, guys? We were looking for the Ichimoku on the 12 hour to pop. We're looking for price on the 12 hour Ichimoku to pop up over here, okay, turn off horizontals, you don't need them, pop up over here and start following the cloud on this area of the cloud. And this is how well the Ichimoku is calling price action. Keep in mind, guys, the Ichimoku is forward looking, it is forward thinking, it is literally drawing out where price action is likely going to go and how price is going to float into the cloud as way before price is even coming there. So while price was over here, we were speculating that hey, Bitcoin may pop up over here and start following this line of support now at 8,700. So this is actually looking really good, and this may actually lead me to want to hold on to my trade even a bit longer. 9,600, a potential edge-to-edge trade to be had over here. First area of resistance would be the Tenkin, then the Kijun, and then hey, 9,600. Let's see what the 21 EMA on the 12 hours is saying, and that is the 200 EMA. That's the wrong one. Okay, right over here. So we do have some resistance within the cloud over here, so it'll be very interesting to see how the 12 hour actually layers through the cloud over here. Does it do it step by step, or does it make a strong move towards the upside? I do think we're gonna do it step by step, the way price has been acting. It is pretty structural over here, so things are looking good. Let's go ahead and look at the daily now, taking back the 200 moving average, taking back the Kijun. Yes and no. I want to see how the next two candles go. 200 EMA taken back as well. This does end up, okay, this is beginning to look like a bear trap. Okay, I'm seeing this as I go now, guys. This is like live analysis. I did not spend too much time on the charts this morning. Like I said, a lot of administrative tasks, which is one of the reasons why I'm not looking to take any lower time frame positions, and by low time frame I am referring to the daily as well. So the weekly, the bi-weekly, and the monthly is what I'm playing right now, and this is looking, this entire this poke down over here underneath the 200 EMA 200 MA is beginning to look like a bear trap, right? And right over here too, now we are seeing price being defended against that Kijun. Let's go ahead and zoom in, and hey, if price actually closes over the Kijun over here, that's going to be even more damning for the bears, and this is going to look like a bear trap poking down towards the end of the cloud over here, the edge of this cloud. Hey, you could say this was an edge to edge, a wick into the edge, to bottom of the edge over here, and then closing above the daily 200, the daily Kijun. Now if we close above the Kijun, that's going to be a really strong look on the daily, and that does line up with what the daily Vine was saying. The daily Vine was saying accumulate your position while you have your chance, and the 12-hour Vine confirming that as well. Ooh, that was a nice strong bounce play, right? $500 move that we did get. Hey, it's not been a good idea to bet against the Vine, right? Which is why I've not been too keen on jumping into any short position. I'll wait for that 12-hour Vine at the very least to turn red, and then I'll wait for the right signal on the Vine to give me that high probability meaty move play, and I'll take that move towards the downside. For now, it's not showing that to us, right? For those of you who do have access to the Vine, you know exactly what we are looking for. It's not showing that yet, but hey, perhaps that move will line up in some time with a test of around 9,100. Get that short opportunity somewhere around there, but the Vine isn't showing us any short yet. Okay, it's still saying take those longs, and the long opportunity the Vine call was around here. So let's not get ahead of myself. The reason I'm repeating that is because I don't want people who don't have access to the Vine to think that if the price comes over here, the Vine is going to be calling a short opportunity. No, it's not how it works, guys. So just be a little careful. If you don't have access, don't try to front run anything without the actual indicator. Okay, cool. So let's take a look at the monthly now, because I do want to talk a little bit more on the notion of us having a bear trap around that zone of 8,400-ish. And what were we looking at? We were looking at this candle over here, the rejection of that 8,500, 8,600 region, and then coming all the way back down to what? The monthly Tenkin, right? We were looking at the monthly Kijun, the monthly Tenkin, and the monthly 10 SMA. What I did not like about the monthly close was that we lost the 10 SMA. Not a death sentence, but hey, it would have been nice to see us wick onto the Kijun, onto the Tenkin, apologies. The blue line over here, guys, is the Tenkin. I was looking for a wick onto the Tenkin and then a close over the 10 SMA. That would have lined up with so much. That would have lined up with us also defending the weekly 21 EMA after bouncing off the weekly Tenkin. Now we did bounce off the weekly Tenkin. We're seeing that right now. The weekly is still looking good, but I was hoping for us to close that week over the weekly 21, and we can go ahead and look at that quickly. Right over here, right? We bounced on the weekly Tenkin, and I was looking for a quick bounce to close over the 10 SMA as well as the 21. Now we got neither of that, but it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Okay, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing at all, but you can see what I played over here. The trade that we took all the way from around first at 7,700 and then adding to a position drastically at 8,200, we got that move, right? That's why we had so much conviction on our trade, and we were looking for that multi-$1,000 move to the upside. We got it. We bounced off the 21, we closed over the Tenkin as well as the Kijun and retested it and moved to the upside. Over here though, it's looking a little bit different, right? I was looking for the same trade, guys. So looking for the same stress-free trade. Got the bounce on the Tenkin, not as strong as I wanted though, and a little bit late. So if we do close above this area over here towards the end of this week, right, on this weekly candle close, then I'll be looking to get back onto my position. Okay, that may also end up making the monthly look a little bit better. For now, what the monthly is looking like, hey, we got rejected off the Kijun, put in a low on the Tenkin, and this is what had me concerned. We put in this low on the Tenkin at around 8,421. What I didn't want happening was the next week and the month to start off with us putting in a new low at 8,410. So we took out the low of the previous month. Now, doesn't mean that we just get a spillover here. No, it doesn't, but it does put the probability in the bear's favor, and I was looking for that move towards the downside after taking out that low, but the bears weren't seeing any follow through at all. We did not see that follow through after losing the daily 200, after losing the daily Kijun, and because of that, the bulls were able to step in and simply bounce back right over here on this candle, close over the Kijun, close over the 10 or the 200 moving average, close over the 200 exponential moving average as well. And now it does look like we're going to retake the Kijun that shot up to the upside today. So the bulls are saying, hey, we're going to defend that too. Tested the daily 200. That was a nice good buy opportunity. That lined up with the 4-hour 21 EMA and 10 SMA test, by the way, too, where I took a small position. So it's all looking good. If we close over here, guys, I am looking to, hey, maybe I hold on to the position. Maybe I don't take profits somewhere around here. It's all becoming a little bit more difficult because I'm going to end up being wrong about being wrong. And this is me, right over here, me getting bear trapped, right? I got bear trapped. Again, wrong about being wrong. And that's completely fine. Now, you might be thinking, Sean, you weren't bearish though. How can you get bear trapped? No, well, you getting out of your position is also getting bear trapped, right? Because I am acting like a bear by the nature of selling my position, right? At least I'm helping the bears in their momentum towards the downside. And what happens? The bulls just step in and take it all to the upside. We were liquidity for those guys. Now, I did not sell my position over here. If we did have a spillover effect, I would have been looking to sell my position, but I did start taking profits on the way up here, right? I did take profits over here too. I took some profits over here as well, I do believe, on the weekly. I wasn't looking at the, let's see, I did take profits right over there, actually 8,750ish. I did take profits over there, and we may just shoot on up over here, and then that would be me getting bear trapped, right? I gave liquidity away to the bulls who were accumulating against me. Now, do we know it's a bear trap for sure yet? Not just yet, but it may begin to look like it, right? Look at the monthly, guys. The monthly, seeing the rejection of the Kijun over here, bouncing off the Tenkin, putting another low this month. Do we close over the 10 SMA? If we close over the 10 SMA this month, that's going to be a very, very good look. And in that case, I'll be looking for another test of the Kijun over here and perhaps break it this time over, especially if the following month closes above this horizontal here around 9,380-ish. That is going to be the major close that we are looking for in the month or two to come. First, we want to take out the middle of the range, or we essentially have a range. Okay, on the monthly, we can draw a range, a line over there, a line over here, and a line right over there. Okay, you guys can play this range on the monthly. So we have 8,450, 8,950 and 9,400-ish, right? So around $500 kind of. So that's essentially what you could be playing on the monthly levels, guys. I'll go ahead and put that back. I'll remove those rather, just to keep my chart clean for now. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Bitcoin, guys. We're sticking to the plan. We are not losing money. We are making profits. In fact, perhaps we may not make as much as we intended to on this move if it keeps going up. But hey, that's trading. I'd rather make profits on trades I have conviction on than simply gamble away my money. Not after having such a strong start to the year, right? Let's just be patient. Let's just be patient. Okay, so what are we looking at next? Let's go ahead and look at SPY. Actually, I do have the chart open right over here, and yeah, this is should I start with the Vine? Yeah, I do want to talk about how the Vine, again, calling the bounce really well on this. It called the bounce over here too in the past. If you accumulated in the zone over here, you had a nice rally to the upside over here as well. The Vine, people have been asking me, hey, does the Vine work on traditional markets? Yes, it does. You can talk to a few of the seed members who have been using it very well on non-crypto markets, and they've been making some good money. Contact Robert. Actually, that guy is so impressive, man. He's come such a long way. He's putting in like $1,000 days every single day now, and really impressive stuff. He's not trading the Vine in isolation, right? He's using it in conjunction with other indicators to add to his edge significantly and to protect him from bad trades as well. And that's how you're supposed to use your edge, man. Not just you trade blindly. That's gambling, guys. Don't ever let anybody allow you to think that any indicator is foolproof. Okay, nothing is foolproof. Everything is a probability play. So yeah, looking really good over here on the daily. You can start accumulating. Let's go ahead and look at the lower time frames. You can look at the 4-hour. I was looking at this earlier. I do think that, yeah, so I do want to talk about this. The 4-hour has flipped red on the Vine, and this may suggest, this may line up with my theory of the SPY actually having a little pullback over here before seeing some continuation over to the upside. But I do think the pullback may last a little bit longer than people think. Okay, at least on the 4-hour time frame. The daily is still looking good. I do want to clear everything out over here, switch on over to the weekly quickly, and show you guys that, hey, the weekly Kijun getting defended perfectly, right? We are looking at that 2850, 284 on this chart, 284 on SPY, and 2850 on SPX. So we're looking at that zone, right? And that was because, hey, the Kijun was flattened over there back then. We were looking at 285 all the way when price was over here, and the Kijun shot up to the upside since then, and that was one of the reasons why I had that psychological turbulence and did not take my trade, pussied out, seeing the bounce and the Kijun getting defended anyways. And now we're going on over to the upside. May see a rejection over here at 312. Let's see. I do think that we do see a pullback after coming up over here. Would that line up with the 4-hour wine giving a signal? Let's go ahead and look at that actually. Man, too many. And yes, so the 4-hour wine is not giving a signal just yet. It's telling you to get ready for it, but hey, it may show up very, very soon when we do reach this zone over here. So if we do reach this zone over here around 315, I'd be looking towards a 4-hour wine, perhaps a short opportunity, perhaps it all lines up with the 12-hour, etc., all switching over bearish as well. Maybe that might be the first good entry towards the downside if we do see a prolonged move towards the downside. Okay, so we got the bounce that the daily called. Now the question is, do we see a sustained move towards the upside? Because we have lost the daily uptrend, we have lost the weekly uptrend too, guys. Keep that in mind. We've lost the weekly uptrend, but we haven't started a weekly downtrend yet. Few things do need to take place. If you guys are in the Mango Seed program, go ahead and watch the advanced trend analysis module to get a good idea of how to identify when a trend has broken, when a trend has reversed, and when a trend is still intact. Okay, it's really, really important to get those down. Okay, so that's why let's go ahead and look at Link USD looking strong as ever. Momentum oscillator is looking really, really good, in fact. And hey, we did close a very good daily candle actually. Damn, this is Link USD, right? Not Link BTC. Okay, cool. So let's start right over here. Closing right over here, guys, was really, really good. Was bound to see continuation right after. Let's go ahead and see, did I line up with anything here? 10 SMA here, perhaps Tenkin almost over there, right? If we did see a test onto that Tenkin, that would have been a great buy, but looks like we got front run wicking underneath that daily these daily closes over here, and now we may see continuation. I'll be looking for, if we do close a 4-hour candle or a 12-hour candle above this green zone over here, I'll be looking for a continuation. Okay, that's how bullish this is looking, that I'd be looking for either a 4-hour or a 12-hour candle close above this green dotted line over here. That would be good enough for me. In fact, let's switch on over to the 4-hour, and hey, actually, if you're looking for the 4-hour, you may want to adjust this slightly a little bit over there, but if you're looking at the daily, you can keep it down back there. Okay, so yeah, this is looking like a good area to be looking for further upside, all the way up to $4.88 on Link. Link is looking really good. Let's see if we could have a nice measured move on the structure right over here. Does that line up? Lines up with these guys right over there. Actually, perfect. I do like that. Let's put that there. So hey, at least a move to around $4.75 if we do break this green horizontal over here on Link USD. The daily is looking really, really strong. A potential test all the way up to $4.88. We have double topped in that area before. Do we come and try again? If we do, I do think we're going to push on upwards. Looking at the weekly, not much to be said. We did test the Tenkin, did test this blue box, not getting that retest of the blue box. Doesn't look like it. If we do close anywhere around here, I'll be looking for the next target for at least $4.50. After that, if we do close above that as well, towards this yellow line over here at around $4.88, does line up with our daily levels as well. Okay, so that's Link USD. Let's look at Link BTC. Link BTC on the daily looking even stronger. Damn, Link. If we close over here, blue sky breakout, not much more to be said. Looking very, very good over here, guys. Very, very good. Any move towards this area over here, I do think will be picked up very, very quickly. Simply consolidate in this area, bounce a little bit, and then try again for the upside. That's all Link knows how to do. Try for the upside. Link. Oh my god. So this was the trade I missed. I've been missing trades left, right, and center here. Missed one on Link, missed one on SPY. It's a bit frustrating, but hey, sometimes it happens, man. And yeah, this was the test right over here on the top of this major yellow ascending triangle / wedge, just whatever you want to call it, lined up with our beautiful weekly Tenkin as well, where we've been taking some really good trades on Bitcoin and showing a really good opportunity on Link as well. Hey, let's see how Link progresses. There's not much day to be done over here. It's just trying for the upside, right? That's all we can do. We can look at the lower time frames actually to get it. This is looking really good. This is looking really good. A little bit of a fake out over here on the 4-hour, but the 12-hour, the high time frames will keep you safe, guys. And there you go. If you look at the lower time frames, you're bound to get faked out eventually, and you will regret it on a strong trending asset like this. But what do you know? The 10 SMA getting picked up, wicking almost onto the 21 EMA as well, and bouncing on over, closing over this major horizontal over here, seeing further continuation, defended, bouncing off the 10 SMA, any close over 49,500 Satoshi, I will be looking for further upside. Yep, so guys, that is Bitcoin, that is your S&P 500, that is your Link USD, and that is your Link BTC. As for Bitcoin, we are just being patient. We are going to be waiting for the weekly to close above 8,700. We may see a move this week all the way up to God knows where, but it is what it is. We will have a position, because you know what we do at Mango, we never take out the entire trade just to avoid situations like this where you are wrong about being wrong. You are better off scaling out after being invalidated and then reassessing slowly. Sometimes it's better to just get out completely, right? If things are not looking good, you do not want to risk it. But hey, this is beginning to look constructive. This is beginning to look like, hey, perhaps we got bear trapped, bouncing clearly off that blue box territory over here. If we close the two daily candles above this blue box territory over here, it'd be really good. But I am still waiting for the weekly to close above here. Okay, I am still waiting. So do not make that mistake and think I am bullish over here. I am more neutral. I'm sitting in profits and I'm scaling out in profits over here as well. But in a jiffy, I will be getting out of this trade if it does start to look bad. Things need to be. I've taken enough profits where I think price will have to go way down over here for me to be in a loss now, or on this trade overall. Okay, I don't want to be giving back profits, of course, but just some breathing room, so to speak. Let's see how this pans out. I will be looking to take a little bit more out over here. I think I will. If we do get a move to the daily 21 EMA this week, before we close the week above here, I'll be taking a little bit more profits over here at 9,200. May line up actually the 4-hour 10K Kijun. Yep, 9,200. Yeah, I will. I do think I will take a little bit more out over here, guys. At least at the very least, whatever I just re-added over here, I think I will take out that and perhaps some more. I don't want to get too greedy. I want to follow my own rule set. Okay, so that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you do it the Mango way. Make sure you do it the stress-free way. Keep it easy. Keep it breezy. I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.